What's going on, YouTube? This is Busy Bee. Today we got something a little bit going on with the Peterbilt. Probably hear the big rig in the background a little bit, but we had no heat in the sleeper, and I'm in Wisconsin right now, and it's just a little bit chilly in the bunk, and I'm tired of being cold in the bunk. And sometimes you like to close the curtain, have a little bit of privacy and whatnot. And you can't really do that too much when you don't have no heat back there and it gets cold. So I got the front going and all, and I just couldn't get the sleeper going. And this has been like this for probably about 3-4 months. And I decided if I'm going to sit somewhere, I'm going to make my good use time and work on the old truck today. And we have fixed the problem. Now, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of information how to diagnose your bunk heater if you wish to work on a heater for your Peter. And basically, it's a simple process. It's just trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. But the first thing you do is check your heater cord. I mean, that's the first thing you check. Well, let's rewind a little bit. Check your fuse first before you get into this. If you know where your fuse box is, look for say SLPR heater or sleeper heater. Check the fuse, see if it's blown. If it is not blown, then you got other problems. Then you go from there to your sleeper. You find out where your heater is located. Some of you can access it very easily. Some of us have the older trucks. I have a 2000 379 Pete. As you can see, I got a long nose hood out there. You know, that's what I stare at all day when I'm driving down the road. So let's get into what you need to do to find out what the actual cause of the heater not blowing hot or cooled. And it's just for heat and AC to kind of give you an idea of what you need to do. Alright, so I'm going to kind of walk you through it, give you a little bit of information of what I found out. I've been dealing with this probably for about 3 hours, and finally got it running, finally got it fixed, and figured it out. And I got it working, and it did not cost me one dime. And all it was something sticking, and that's all it was. And I was like, oh, praise God, it's a good one. So this is what we're going to do. As you can see down here, I have taken apart this side of the sleeper, which is on the left hand side of the sleeper. I have no door or anything over there on that side, which is something I love to have. And they used this for storage back in the day, I believe. I think there was probably one time like a hinge going across here, and it just flipped up maybe somehow. And you can access this very easy. Someone had put plywood in here, as you can see, and then they screwed it down and all that. And I'm like, good grief almighty. But let me get out of the light here. Alright, might have to get my flashlight, wherever it may be. I misplaced my flashlight. I'll be darned. But anyway, kind of give you a gist. Alright, I'm sorry for the poor video quality, but hold on a second. I want to grab me a flashlight. Back recording. Woo! We're strobing, baby! Alright, so this is what you got to do. You get this open, and then I'll point out a few things. I'm using a flashlight so you have a better quality view of what we got going on here. This right here was the culprit of the problem. Alright? But I would tell you how to diagnose what you need to find out first. Before you dive into anything, feel this right here. This is your heater cord. Feel that. You can actually feel them outside the truck. Feel your hoses. If they're warm and hot, you got yourself a good heater cord. Okay, this is your heater cord. All right. Now, if it's not blowing and your fuses are blown, then you're able to fix your blower. Okay, this is your fan blower. This is what blows the air in the cab of the vehicle or the sleeper. Sorry. And it's the same as a car, you know, pretty much. It's the same style blower you would have in an older car. Now, here's another problem. This right here, this is what makes your heat to cold, okay? And if this is not operational properly, and this is good for your heater core and your fan's working, but you're still not getting heat in your Peter car, then this is your problem. So how I diagnosed this was, I took the screws out, popped it off, left it plugged in, turned it on, and then I turned around and I switched it from hot to cold. Then I seen this little bitty dial right there. Let me see if I can get it focused in. See the little bitty dial right there, which is probably about right here. There's a little notch right here, and it shows where it spins, okay? And I turned it from hot to cold, cold to hot, and it was moving. I'm like, okay, so that's working. Everything else is working. Why is it not working? So I got looking further into this, and I had to take the whole entire box apart, which is one big pain in the butt. But you need heat. So you have to take all the screws around the edge of the box all the way around, and then you have 3 screws inside the heater motor. So you have to pop the heater motor off of the unit, and you got 3 screws inside of that. And then you got one hiding back yonder there, and you got a couple hiding on the side here, and then you're able to pop that off. And this is actually bolted to the floor, so I'll let you know about that. And be very careful when you take it off. And then there is a rod inside of this, okay? If that rod isn't moving freely with this part off, you got the flap sticking. And what the problem with mine is that somewhere along the way it got stuck from summer to winter because of heat and all that, and it was stuck to whatever it leans up against, and also it has some corrosion. So I put some WD-40 on it, cleaned it up a little bit, put it back together, slipped the rod back through, put this back on and all that, and that's what you got. So that's how I fixed it. Then I had to put everything back together. And another tip is, take this plate off right here for the heater core so you can see how everything slips back into place, because you got to get it in the grooves of the heater core and your condenser and all that back here for your AC and all that. And just kind of keep an eye on everything as you go, because you can puncture this and then you're going to have bigger problems. And then what I did, I put everything back together, and then we were good to go. I turned the heat on, it started working. The little flap was turning on and off. And before I even hooked everything else up, I took this part, stuck it back on there with the rod sticking through the box before I even screwed anything back together, set everything in place where it needed to go, and I reached over there and turned the knob from heat to cold without even having to turn the fan on, and it was moving, and I was like, hallelujah. So that's how you diagnose a heater fan, also heater motor, and to see if you got a bad heater core, and also see if the flap for your heat to cold is pretty much doing what it's doing. And that's that, folks. I've been at this for a little while today, and I was sitting here and I was getting bored, and I said, while I got time, might as well fix it. And believe it or not, the labor intensive that I put in this, it would probably cost me $450 to have a mechanic take this apart. And I bet you he would have replaced parts that did not need to be replaced. Okay? It's simply of taking something apart, lubing it up, cleaning it up, whatever you had to do, and put it all back together. I've seen a lot of parts changers for mechanics. No offense to you mechanics, but there is a few out there that's just parts changers to make more of this off of you. So I was going to give y'all a little tip today. I'm stuck here today just because I had a customer that loaded a trailer and then it didn't have a license plate on the trailer. And it's New Year's Day, so I have to wait till Wednesday for them to offload the trailer, swap trailers around, and put the freight back in the trailer. This is the second time I've came to this place and had problems with the equipment. So, anyway, enough said to that, but this is how you diagnose your heater situation in your for your Peterbilt. So, have a good day, y'all, and be safe out there. Have a happy New Year. Me, I'm going to sit here and probably work on this thing a little bit more. I fixed one thing today, and I wish I had a way to get some more hose because, you know, I think I'm going to extend my shifter here real soon. We'll do a video on that. But my truck is a mess, as you can see. I got the bed all apart and everything right now, and it's a tight, cramped space, and I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to configure all this. I got all that apart. That's for the future of the cabinets and stuff for the truck. And I've been thinking about a refrigerator for in here and pricing them, and they are very pricey for a truck. So if I ever go by a place in Kentucky I see once in a while at a Pilot, I am going to check them out. So that's that, y'all. Like I said, have a happy New Year. Remember to like and subscribe my videos. I need more subscribers, man. If you see this video and you see me showing you, subscribe to my videos. I'm trying to get a future in YouTube, alright? So this is Busy Bee. Peace out. God bless. And let's keep trucking and four-wheeling and whatever we do on this channel. And you'll see more stuff like this, working on the truck, working on cars, maybe shoot occasional gun or something like that. It's all about guy stuff, man. So let's kick it, man. Alright? Later. And this was a pain.